What's going on, guys? Chase Goes Picks Against the Spread, PicksATS.com, coming to you for March the 19th, Tuesday. It's going to be a big day, and let's jump into it. Let's go over a quick recap. I want to go over some things involving NASCAR, give people a little rundown, and some information that I've been asked, instead of answering 1,000 different individual emails, I'll get it all out here in one video. So, yesterday, it's still early. I have to do some traveling tomorrow in the early morning hours, so I got to catch some sleep. So I can't do a full recap, but what I can do is I do know we had a very small card today, very small. We had a couple of plays in the NBA, one of which I gave you on the Portland Trail Blazers, and right now they are up. They were laying 4, and they are up by 11 points right now with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the fourth. We had one NHL pick, which was the LA Kings and the Winnipeg Jets. Under 6. There's 11 minutes to go in that game, and there is 5 goals as of right now, which is, it's nerve-wracking. They cannot score, because if somebody scores right now, we're not going to push. But somebody's going to end up taking it. We're going to go over. But been absolutely, like, I can't stress enough how hot we've been in the NBA, how hot we've been in the NHL. College basketball has been great. We've absolutely had beyond a winning season in all 3 of those sports. Even though everybody knows, I said it, February was a shit month for me. The worst month I've had in a decade. January was about a break-even month. Leading up to the turn of the new year, we were killing absolutely everything. We had a profitable college football season. We had a fucking fantastic NFL season. Going into the Christmas time, we were probably the hottest college basketball handicappers out there. By far the hottest NBA, and NHL was absolutely scorching hot as well. Started out the new year rough. College basketball has still been not what I'd like it to be, but still profitable nonetheless, for sure. NBA is right back to where it was, if not even better, and hockey is still turning profit daily, almost. So, short card today. Hopefully that free play will come through for you on Portland, because the free plays have been absolutely second to none. Yeah, we drop one every handful of days, but then we come back out and win another 3 or 4 in a row. Free plays have been great. Had a free play winner for you on Sunday. Looking to cash for you again for Monday. So as this video goes on, we'll hopefully be able to give you a final verdict on that game. I doubt we'll be able to on the LA Kings game, because there's still a while to go, unless somebody scores here before this this video ends, and then we'll know that it's probably going to be a loss. But anyway, great weekend overall. Ton of money made. Absolutely fantastic Thursday, 7-1, 6-2 yesterday. Had a winning day on Friday. Push game saves, had a profitable, even though we split games on Saturday, we still had a profitable day with a couple of plus money plays. So overall, last 4 days, absolutely killed it. So for everybody that jumped on the extended weekend from Sunday through yesterday, you made a ton of money. Now NASCAR, real quick, everybody's asking, how do you bet NASCAR? How does it work? A lot of online sports books do this, guys. The way we bet it are head-to-head matchups involving 2 drivers. So it's the same way as taking 2 teams to play each other, and one person just has to win. That driver who you pick has to finish in a higher position at the end of the race than the other driver. So they have to, if the driver you pick comes in 5th, the other one has to, finish, behind the 5th position. So, and we look for plus money. We always have a dark horse play that has insanely long shot odds, but if it wins, they kill it. And we always have a top tier head-to-head matchup, and we try to throw some prop bets in there as well if we find some that intrigue us. So for instance, I'll give you the full rundown of Sunday's card. $100 bettors is what we say, because we flat bet everything just like we do in any other sport. I flat bet all my premiums, 1 dime a game. Top tiers are 3 dimes, red alerts are 5 dimes and higher, depending on how it rates. It has to be above 90% within my system that I rate games at for it to be red alert caliber. Anything above 95% will push it above 5 dimes, and if it hits a flat 100% in every single like every single stitch of criteria. We could go as high as 10, especially in the later portion of the season when we have a much larger bankroll to work with and we're playing with house money. But we're going to take $100 bettors, for instance, who would have bought the $50 package for Sunday, and they were to bet flat bet $100, $200 on the top tier, because we say, you know, you don't want to up it to 3 in racing or on a lot of money line situations, and then you take 1/4 of your normal bet and place it on the dark horse. So it's no harm, no foul if it loses, but if it wins, holy shit. The dark horse was Jimmy Johnson at plus 5,500 odds. That was a loss, so that would have been 25 bucks you would have lost. The only loss of the day that we took was the head-to-head matchup between Austin Dillon and Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson is who we took at plus 140 odds, so no juice, and Jimmy Johnson did not finish ahead of Austin Dillon. So you would have lost that. So 125 bucks basically in losses. Now your wins. We took Jimmy Johnson head-to-head against Eric Jones. Jimmy Johnson was plus 139. We took Jimmy Johnson, easy winner. Denny Hamlin versus Eric Amarillo, I believe. I can't ever pronounce his name. Denny Hamlin was the underdog as well at plus 130. We took Denny Hamlin, easy win. And then we had our top play, head-to-head play of the day, which was Daniel Suarez going head-to-head against Paul Menard. Daniel Suarez was minus 140. We took him, and that was an easy winner. He would have had to go straight into the wall for Paul Menard to even come close. So winners all across the board there. One at an even $100 win if that's what you would have bet, or $200 if you would have upped the bet because it was the top play, plus money on the rest. The 2 prop bets that we have for the day, one was on over-under of the lead changes. The over-under was set at 19.5 lead changes for the entire race. We went under. Had 17 lead changes, so a nice win there. And then we took a yes or no bet, prop bet, on would the front row, the starting front row, would one of those 2 drivers win the race. And from what my capper was telling me, the reason he loves doing things like that on flat tracks is because the odds are so high for a top 5 qualifying driver to win a flat track, a flat old asphalt track, like Fontana, California, where they just were. The odds are extremely high for one of them to win. So your pole sitter, your number 1 qualifying guy, and then your number 2 guy have over 42% chance each to win the race outright if they don't have car trouble or get in any type of accident. It happens more times than not. We had Kevin Harvick and Austin Dillon there. We bet no, that one of them would not take the race outright, and it was at plus 135 odds. Neither one of them won it. And then the lead change odds were at plus 110 for the under. So we won that as well. So if you would have bet a flat $100 on every single thing that we gave you, except for the dark horse, you would have gone out there and you would have made $514. That is including the loss. Now, you take your $50 out of that you invested for Sunday's package, $464, which you're walking away with after everything, for doing nothing but kicking back, grabbing some beers, and watching a race. It's easy money, guys. Patrick, my NASCAR guy, it took a lot of years for him, of proving himself to convince me, and I'm raking in on NASCAR. Again, I don't know shit about it. I am learning because I want to understand it because my money's going into it, but I trust him wholeheartedly. And all the clients that are with me on NASCAR, who, again, most of them don't understand the sport as well, but they like watching it or going to the events, they just made a killing this Sunday. I got one guy that put $500 on every single pick. He's a much, larger bankroll bettor. I mean, he made a lot of money this weekend. So a good weekend overall. And so now let's jump into the promotions that we've got. I'm running the $99 a week for one more day. People have been asking me for the past, almost 2 months, when are you going to bring back a $99 a week? When are you going to bring back a $99 a week? It's here, guys, and this is the last day. If you want 7 days of all my plays, premium, top tier included, all sports, it's 99 bucks. Go get it. It's on the website. Now, I may have a red alert this week. I have zoned in on a lot of college basketball games this week and a lot of NBA games. And there are some preliminary opening lines that I'm looking at that I like. What I want to do is I want to see every sports book open their line. I want to see first movement of what it does, and I want to get official lineups. I want to see how these teams travel when they arrive. A lot of factors go into when I release a red alert, but I'm telling you this, I've got in my head what I think is going to happen with one of these games that I'm zoned in on, and if everything goes the way that I think it's going to go and that I want it to go, there will be a red alert later in the week. If you're on my $99 week, it does not include the red alert, guys. But you will get everything second to that, and if you want the red alert come the day of it, if we have one, it's $49.99. Go to the website. I've hit 9 out of my last 10, 43 and 11 overall lifetime. Can't beat a red alert play. And this past weekend, Jack had one and Jimmy had one. Both of them hit. So that's that. $99 week, possible red alert. My NBA, which is absolutely scorching hot, $199 rest of the season. Every single NBA play that I release, premium and top tier related, from now until the end of the NBA finals, you can get for $199. So don't miss out on that. That deal is probably going to be pulled down here in just a couple of days, but if you want it, go to the website. It's there. We are going to be releasing on Wednesday a 30-day special for MLB for anybody that wants to kind of dip their toes in and feel what I'm about in the MLB because of what they've heard, what they've had people tell them, what we've promoted, but they're not ready to buy the full season yet because they've never been with me before. This is the way to do it. Get a good deal on it, and then after it's over, then you'll know that you're ready to buy the whole season. As far as that goes, most of my people that were with me last season, the 100-something of them, it seems like they're all signed back up. They were signed back up at Christmas time, and they're ready to go. There is an official game coming up here, and let's see if they've released a time for that yet. Let's check something real quick. And I thought it was cool that when they released Ichiro would be the starting pitcher for the Mariners when they play in Japan. I thought it was cool because that's going to be his last year. So really I'd like to see him. Now with these games in Japan, guys, I'm happy they're going over to Japan. That country has been, they put a lot of good players into the MLB over the past decade. Like, just look at Ohtani. I mean, look at people like that. Look at people like Yu Darvish. I mean, I love what that country is doing to get involved within the Major League Baseball organization and American baseball. But playing in Tokyo, this is nothing but a spectacle. This is for TV. Neither one of these teams are going to be mentally prepared to play over there with the travel involved, with, playing at the times that you have to and what you're used to, playing in front of those fans, being in that country that they're not used to. There's no team that's going to be 100% prepared. And you can't, because this is not something that happens very often. But the opening series is Wednesday. Yeah, the 20th. And it's at 5:35 in the morning Eastern time. And that is the Seattle Mariners, obviously Oakland. They play again at 5:35 a.m. on Thursday. And then, I don't know if I'll have a play in it. I might. I've broken the teams down. I've broken the pitching down. But, guys, this is not a true, in my mind, this is not a true regular season baseball game. This is more of like a TV spectacle, like the All-Star game. Are the teams going to go out there and play? Is there going to be a winner and a loser? Sure. Is it going to go against their regular season win record? Yes. Is the pitcher that starts going to have it go against his record? Yes. But I just don't think that this game can be capped properly. I don't. Now, in saying that, I might have one, but it's not looking good that I'll have a play in that series. But official 2019 MLB opening day is on Thursday, March 28th, and we've got probably 12 games going on that day, and I am beyond excited. I can't wait. My Chicago Cubs play the Texas Rangers in Arlington, Texas, 4:05 p.m. Eastern time. I will be getting all of my plays out super early that day, if not the night before, so I can do nothing but zone in on that game as a fan. So super excited for that. So for all my people on MLB, go ahead and prepare yourself. Probably not going to have a play until true opening day and then that weekend. We have a handful of plays that weekend to kind of start rolling, and then by the end of about the first 10-day period, we'll be full-blown into it. Plays every single day, multiple plays every day, and we'll be rolling around making money. So I believe that's it. I think that's all the promotions. Can't think of anything else. Make sure you jump on the $99 a week, the rest of the NBA. Get on NASCAR. It's $50 every Sunday. $4.99 for the entire year. And I think that I'm going to email our web designer, and I think I'm going to lower that NASCAR price this week to $30. And I'll make it official. I'll announce it on Twitter, put it in the community, because I think some people are thinking that it may just be a tad bit high, but they're not realizing the overall value of what you get for that $50. And it's a specialty sport. But I understand that a lot of people don't understand it. For a long time, I didn't understand it. But I've got the best handicapper out there, guys, when it comes to NASCAR. I don't know too many people that cap it, but we are killing it. So I'm going to lower that price, I believe, and make it $30. Intrigue some more people to jump on, see what it's about. And then, of course, once they see that after a couple of weeks, they're probably just going to jump on the season anyway. So I believe that's it. Let's check these scores, see if we can give you an official update. All right, so we're still okay right now in the LA Kings Winnipeg Jets game that we have under 6 goals. There's still 5 goals. There's 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. Let's go and check the Portland game. $15 seconds left. Portland has an 8-point lead, so we're looking good there. Let's hang tight on that while we're doing that. Let's jump into a free play, and we are going to go to the National Hockey League, and we are going to look at the game between the New Jersey Devils and the Washington Capitals. New Jersey has not had the worst season overall. 27-37. Washington sitting at 42-33. Washington, one of the best teams in the East, defending Stanley Cup champions, and really after the All-Star break have really ramped up production. They are playing fast, they are playing lights out, they are playing aggressive, and they're playing smart. But there's 2 teams that are right in that realm with them. One of those teams being the New York Islanders, and one of those teams being the Boston Bruins. Boston sitting with 43 wins, 42 for the Islanders, and the Capitals have 42. They want that Eastern top spot. They want them. They're all fighting for it. This is a huge triangle of, absolute grit right now. And I'll be honest with you, out of any game, even though we've got NIT starting tomorrow and all that stuff, and there's going to be some cool college basketball on, the one game as an overall fan that I want to see more than anything tomorrow is the Islanders-Boston game. I may have a play in it, I may not. I may just want to watch as a fan. I've always had respect for the Boston organization, even though I'm a Blackhawks fan. I've always enjoyed watching Boston, as long as they're not playing, as long as they're not facing Chicago. I have never rooted actively against them, but I've never actively rooted against the Islanders, and mainly it's because they suck most years, and it's just nothing to watch. I have been pulling for the Islanders this year. I really have. And I've been pulling for the Bruins too. This is a matchup that I have been absolutely waiting on, and it's so beautiful that these teams are so close. That's going to be a fantastic game to watch. It is at the Collie and in New York, and that place is going to be absolutely electric tomorrow. So I cannot wait to watch that and see if the Islanders can go match Boston, and take 43 wins and see if they can get right up there in that top spot. But the Caps are right there with them. So playing New Jersey, obviously Taylor Hall, their left wing's still out. The Washington Capitals are by far the better team. I don't care that New Jersey's at home. Capitals are laying 230 on the money line. Puck line's going to get you about plus 110 right now, which is actually plus 115 is where I'm seeing it right here. And that may actually drop a little bit. And we may be able to get close to plus 120 odds. But we're going to lay the puck line with Washington, minus 1.5 goals for a little bit of plus money there. I think it's good. I mean, even though it's not a ton of plus money, I think it's good value for the complete mismatch and how bad Washington wants that top spot going into the postseason. They are not going to let up. They are not going to take their foot off the gas. And I think they're going to be stepping on the throats of New Jersey, and I think they're going to make it look easy. Washington's not a team this year that I've laid a lot of puck lines with, and they haven't really been the most reliable when it comes to laying puck lines. But this game, this is a perfect spot to take them, because they know with Boston and the Islanders playing on the same night, one of those teams has to lose. So Washington has to win. They have to make a statement, and they want to eliminate one of these teams out of the picture here in the coming weeks, and they can go out there and it be a one-on-one race to see who can finish the top of the Eastern Conference. So I'm laying it with Washington, -1.5, plus 115 is what I'm seeing. That's what I'm going to take it and bet it right now, and that is what we are going to roll with. Portland Trail Blazers finished out 106-98, so another free play winner for you. Another NBA winner for you. The Utah Jazz also won, so lights out in the NBA. Free plays on fire. LA Kings still 5 goals, 2 minutes left, so make sure you pay attention to that. If that comes through under 6 goals, that will be another sweep day in the NHL, and we will have had a fantastic day overall with a ton of profit. So, guys, I love you. I mean it. Have any questions, shoot me an email, chase.ghostpicksats@gmail.com. Look for another Facts First podcast this week, and we are going to be doing an MLB opening day 7th inning stretch podcast to get ready for next Thursday and talk about these series in Japan, what went on, how they started, what's to come from them, yada, yada, yada. And we're going to give you a little futures bet tomorrow, a lot that I've already given to a lot of my clients. But, matter of fact, let's check that. Give you this right now. I'll give you a season win totals odds for Major League Baseball. So looking at it right now, let's see if it's changed since I bet it about 2 weeks ago. Seattle Mariners, it has come down a little bit. I actually got it higher than that, but it's sitting at 71.5 games right now. I'll take under 71.5 games. Reason being, Seattle has 2 good starting pitchers, but they are veterans. They are somewhat depleted. They do not have a good bullpen. They've got players that are just worn out at the tail ends of their career that leave a lot to be desired right now, and they don't have a starting pitching rotation, a bullpen, or anybody coming up within the farm leagues right now that are going to carry them the distance within the season. And on those games where you have to rely heavily on your bullpen, it's really going to hurt them. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if they win 65 games or less this year. Seattle had a couple of nice runs last year where we were making a ton of money with them. But I even said last year, I said it will be short-lived. We ran on about a 2.5-week run with them where we were making a ton of money off Seattle, and then just like a light switch, boom, it was done and over. And it didn't come back. And I don't see them. I think they'll do it again this year. I think there'll be certain weeks where you can, like, they'll be going out there playing like a true playoff contender, and then just like that, they'll be playing like a bottom-of-the-barrel team. And in the AL West, you really don't have much that much of competition. Really, you got the A's, and, I mean, that's really not all that much. But I think Seattle finishes in the bottom of the barrel of that. I think it wouldn't surprise me at all, like I said, if they win 65 games or less. But I will say this, they will not top 70 wins this year. So there is you a free season win total prediction and my favorite one of the year, and that is under 71.5 games for the Seattle Mariners. And it is official, 3-2 Winnipeg over Los Angeles. It was under 6 goals. That is another winner. So 2 wins right there for you in the NBA, and a free play, and a 1-0 day in the NHL. Love you guys. Good luck. God bless. Grind on. Thanks for being a part of another killer day. See you guys.